Hello and welcome back to Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, and in this episode, we'll continue on questing through both Light and Dark World, as we now have the ability to go between both of them, and we have successfully just finished off Desert Palace / Measuring Mire, so let's go get an upgrade.
When powerful is just not powerful enough.
Right. Shit, I think we're getting the upgraded hookshot, right?
I would think so, yeah, because we just bought it. You have options.
Getting the upgraded hookshot. Alright, and the upgraded hookshot has got slightly faster fire rate, reload speed, and I think it's got a longer stun duration. It doesn't actually do any more damage, though.
Wow, that looks pretty badass.
It does look pretty badass, but the additional curve spikes are, you know, strictly decorative. They don't actually increase its hitbox at all.
Make a nice looking injury.
Not a nice looking injury, mostly because injuries are never nice looking.
Wall. I call it. I knew you were going to check the wall down there. Because here's our true objective, into the rabbit hole with Alice.
Alright, so it looks like the next dungeon that we'll be attempting to do is Turtle Rock.
Hilda?
Hey, Hilda. So say I, Hilda of Lorule. Oh, look, turtles! Let us rescue the turtles.
I'm gradually starting to like Hilda, if only just a little bit.
We have rescued a turtle.
Thank you. It was so horrifying. I couldn't roll back over.
You do actually need to rescue all the turtles in this area. It's not just for a piece of heart or rupees or, you know, any of the other things. No, you need to rescue the turtles in order to get access to Turtle Rock, because Turtle Rock is on an elevated platform in the middle of the swamp, or in the middle of the lake.
It's
and
an
we do not currently
turtle.
have access to it without rescuing the baby turtles.
Oh my god, it's an actual turtle. I mean, Link's Awakening also had an actual turtle kind. No, that was a dragon. That was a turtle dragon. 5 stars, 1600 attack, 1800 defense. That was a turtle. Like, you find those in a pond, and you try not to run them over while going through the swampy road.
Turtles are awesome.
Turtles.
And there's a fairy cave.
Alright, bye.
And because of my Link to the Past training, I know to bomb this, but there's nothing there. Although, if you'll notice, if you use fire elemental weapons on grass, you get a different graphic when the grass leaves. It is burned grass instead of cut grass.
Yay!
And another Mai.
The most morbid Mai. Now they're hiding inside skulls, thus suggesting that they had drilled into that person's brain in order to cause him to die.
Not really. Mostly because the skulls for Lorule are, you know, are the equivalent of Hyrule's rocks. So they're not really drilling into them. They're just hiding underneath the ones that have already been discarded.
Whoa, yeah.
But yes, having the sword beam makes cutting through grass significantly easier than it pretty much has ever been, because normally the sword beam doesn't actually allow you to cut through swaths of grass like that, but in this case it does.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't pierce. Okay, in previous Zelda games, as I recall, the upgraded sword, even in Link's Awakening, will just deal like 1 unit of damage, but it dissipates on contact. This is a fucking, like, depleted uranium shell that's piercing through all the ghouls at the Helsing Manor.
I keep going back to Helsing Ultimate Abridged. It is really nice.
See, somehow I always change my mind against actually watching Helsing Abridged, because, like, I know it's funny. I know it. But because of that agreement, like, why watch it? I already know that it's funny.
It's still got a majority. It's still got a majority of the gore and action that you're expecting from a Helsing series.
Oh yeah, totally. As well as
here's another Mai.
and 20 rupees. Sweet. I like money.
Alright, Turtle Rock actually has a piece of heart that's locked inside the dungeon itself. It's like the only instance of where the game actually does this, so I'm actually okay with it doing it this once. But it is also pretty annoying that the game does it at all. If I recall correctly, I think each of the Oracle games also had that, where the dungeons could actually have a piece of heart. See, it's right there.
Yep.
It's like, I can't get there, though.
So, that would be, I believe, the Yule Graveyard was the first dungeon in Oracle of Ages where you could find a piece of heart by coming back to the Yule Graveyard with bombs, I think?
I don't remember either.
Oh, thank you.
Yay, we rescued another baby turtle.
Oh, gosh. Thank you so much. Bye. I'll see you later.
And we have one more baby turtle to rescue.
Those are baby turtles. Jesus.
Well, if you want, we could refer to them as baby dragon turtles, because that's technically what they are. And another am I?
Ah. Oh, now I get it. The skull ate that Mai, but because the skull doesn't have a stomach, the Mai was just sitting in there.
Actually, that one was on the wall, as opposed to inside the skull.
Well, I know that one was on the wall. I'm talking about the one that we did have to rescue from the jaws of the skull that probably ate it.
Ah, there we go. We have successfully rescued all 3 baby turtles.
That wall was so sticky, it wouldn't let me go. You have rescued all of my children. Behold the thing happening.
It is super adorable.
You found my babies. Yeah, you know, the day we get Mother Mai to say that.
We will. I'm pretty sure I actually show off getting all 100 Mai on screen.
Nice. Oh, Jesus Christ! Now I see what's happening. It's the Loch Ness Monster from Super Mario 64.
We have to ride Mama Turtle with all of her baby turtles, and then we have to hookshot. I don't think we actually have to hookshot ourselves over there, but it's easier if we have the hookshot to do this. Also, we can use the hookshot in order to gain the small amount of treasures that are on these rocks up here. Like this 1 heart, there's a 20 rupee piece, and I think there's a treasure chest we can latch onto.
Yes. Now the turtleness is starting to catch up. Because they're slow.
They are slow.
They are slow.
And there we go.
But thank God they put a weather vane right here.
Well, yeah, because this is the entrance to another dungeon. Again, this is a 3DS game. They don't want you to be having such egregious play sessions that you don't without save markers available. So now let us use the Blizzard Rod. That is bombs.
But why did the 3DS necessitate that game nature?
Because it's a portable console, and if you're running a portable console, you never want to have game sessions that last more than about an hour.
Because of battery usage.
Not battery usage, actually, because it's if you're running a portable console, then the developers have to make concessions for the fact that you are likely going to be using the console outside of your home for various entertainment purposes. Which means that if you are using your console outside of your home, then it's very important that the games that are on that console have frequent saving options. That way you don't end up having to lose your progress during your commute or wherever it is that you're taking your console with you.
And that is knowing your market. I did not realize that. So that means that they also intended, by Bravio's rental system, for example, they want players to quickly make decisions, make little steps on the path to completion, especially by getting rental items, quitting your game out if you run out of time or it's your turn at the dentist, and just come back when you have more time.
Right.
That's very interesting.
Okay, so now that we've actually started Turtle Rock, allow me to explain the one thing about Turtle Rock that I don't actually like. A majority of the additional treasures in this place require you to actually kill the floating enemies around using the ice rod. The problem is without the ice rod upgrade, a majority of these enemies can be extremely difficult to kill because of their placements. Now, I will say that for the most part, you do not need the nice upgrades from other Mai in order to progress through the game. Even here, where a majority of the additional treasures are just that, additional treasures. You don't actually need them to complete the dungeon. But there is one particular treasure in Turtle Rock where if you want to say that you've gotten all of the important things, I would definitely recommend getting the nice ice rod. I think we'll be opening next part with us acquiring it, though.
The nice rod. That's what she said.
Also, traversing both floors of the Turtle Rock is actually a relatively small dungeon. It's not actually all that fast, but it's relatively compact. And traversing each of the floors can be a bit of a hassle due to the floor gimmicks that we have here, like these teleporters, which are actually mostly fine, but specifically the platforms that you have to raise, that you have to keep raised using the ice rod, can be a bit of a hassle.
Well, yeah,
and this
I hope that
is the exit for fairies.
I hope that players who at least had started on Wind Waker well before this game came out would also recall how the first dungeon required you to throw... Well, they had you throw water pots, and that was a thing, and it was annoying. The ice rod gives you much more control than water pots.
Yes.
I think people will come to appreciate that they do not have to time a fucking jug of water as though you're trying to ice your bros.
And all the way back around.
I cannot deny. If I played this game for anything, it's because watching Link go into, like, painting mode for a second and just go bloop, 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 bloop across the screen is very entertaining to me. I would enjoy watching little Pac-Man Link.
But since we left the dungeon, technically, because we exited out to go show off the fairy room, all the enemies have respawned. I really dislike that.
I guess
it's not something that's actually all that taxing on this floor, but on the next floor, it is actually pretty annoying.
That's always been a thing.
Yes,
that
every time
you leave the dungeon, the enemies come back.
But the thing is, in Link to the Past, you only had to deal with that exactly once, because you had to deal with that when you were going through Turtle Rock, just like this time. But the whole reason was it was a significant part of the dungeon design to enter out of one side of Turtle Rock in order to come in through the other side.
Yes. Because it's a turtle. The turtles have a big fucking shell in the center and 5 appendages sticking out.
There we go. Got the smoke key.
Really making you think outside of the cube. The Nintendo GameCube.
Which is still one of the best consoles of that generation. Actually, all the consoles of that generation are fucking amazing. I don't like the Xbox, but even I will admit it's a good console.
Yeah, it's by Xbox I found one of my greatest loves of growing up. Time Splitter's Future Perfect.
Navigating that room is actually a huge hassle. But for it, we get this piece of heart, which gets us another heart container. Yay!
Sweet.
There. That is how you're actually supposed to navigate that room. But again, since we left the dungeon, all the enemies have come back.
Yeah, especially these weird lava stars that are weird. They kind of creep me out because they don't have a face.
Alright, and now we have our mini-boss time. Oh, just a single fire whiz rope? That's easy. Oh,
And
fire and
his
ice whiz rope are alternating
brothers!
elevations.
Yay. No. Our rent. My money. My weapons.
There. Both elemental whiz ropes have been successfully defeated, and yay, the monster guns did manage to fall down. Now we gotta figure out how to get that treasure chest, because it's 100 rupees, and I would like that amount of rupees.
So they must have coded all the objects so that they have to adhere, unless they're floating, they have to adhere to whatever surface is closely underneath them. And if that surface disappears, then it has to descend until it finds another surface, or it just falls into a pit.
Alright, so what we need to do to solve this is ice this platform, cross over here.
Left teeter-totter, right teeter-totter, left teeter-totter, right teeter-totter.
Jump down here, get on here, freeze this,
God.
then up here, grab the 20 rupees, hit the button, and then walk all the way back the fuck around in order to get up to there. Ugh. Again, this dungeon is not that large, but you end up traversing it like 4 fucking times. I don't dislike this dungeon for the record, but I do think it could have been slightly better designed. And it's 50 rupees, not 100.
Oh my god, I thought you were on the
Present Bird is
first.
also
I thought you were on the
elite.
first floor, not the second floor.